Hello guys, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on N&T Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, as always giving you these in-depth walk-around videos. Today we're checking out a really nice updated car for 2018. And it is of course the 2018 Cadillac XTS in the Platinum V-Sport trim level. Now before we get started, I'd like to give a very special thanks out to Valenti Cadillac in Hartford, Connecticut for making this video possible. And check out the description box where I've listed their website. So I'm just going to show you guys the window sticker of this car really quick, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what doesn't come standard on this car but is optional on our particular example that we're looking at. So first off, we do have the compact spare tire, which comes in at $350, the interior protection package. You also get the all-weather floor mats and wheel locks, which gives us a total options list of $650, which isn't bad. A destination charge of $995, and our total sticker price comes out to $74,140. Alrighty, so taking a look at the side profile of the new XTS. By the way, it isn't all new, but it does have a nice update for 2018. Back when it did come out in 2013, it was already a nice car, but they just continually improve on the car as well. And also, just to give you guys a little idea, this car is based on the Chevy Impala, which we did take a look at last week. So make sure you take a look at the my channel and compare and contrast what is alike and what is different with the car. It's a lot different. But taking a look at the side, we do have 9 total color options in this particular trim level. This one is called the Stellar Black Metallic, and boy is it beautiful with all the metallic flakes. And our wheelbase comes in at a rather long 111.7 inches. And wrapping around to the rear of the new XTS, we do get either a choice of front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Okay, so now that we have all the basics covered, let's go ahead and start getting into the more nitty-gritty details here. And we can start up on the front with our headlamps. Now, part of the update was the new signature Cadillac sort of teardrop headlights, I guess you could say. And that is a full LED unit. High and low beams are both LEDs. And it looks like they are reflector powered. We do have the LED daytime running lights up here and a little bit down there as well, which is pretty nice. Nice use of chrome at the bottom too. A good amount of gloss black. Pretty cool front grille. Some pretty cool slats in there with like a dark gloss and more of a flat black. Same thing coming down towards the bottom, and we also have parking sensors going all the way across the front bumper. Our new Cadillac emblem with a camera down there. That's part of our 360 degrees view camera system. And the sensors for the adaptive cruise control are hidden somewhere in there. They hit them pretty good. So some pretty prominent creases towards the center of the hood on each side, which gives it a pretty neat element there. Take a look at the paint in the sun. I'm not sure if you could see that, but the metallic work is very nice in the paint. But let's go ahead and take a look at these wheels down here. Now, only wheel choice you can get for the V-Sport Platinum trim, but nonetheless they are really nice. 20-inch wheels painted in a very bright silver. Our tires measure 245/40. Just take a look at those wheels. We also have wheel locks, and coming standard on all XTS's is a Brembo braking system with ventilated disc brakes. Nice Cadillac shield emblem on the side there. And take a look at all of our windows. They're all surrounded by chrome. A little bit of gloss black for the pillars in the center there. Nice body colored mirrors with a little bit of chrome accents there. We have our turn signals and our blind spot indicator on the mirror as well. Our door handles have an LED strip right here, so at night you'll definitely be able to see the door handles light up. We also have this smart key entry system. We will get into that a little bit later in the video. We have the Ultra View sunroof here, along with the shark fin antenna up top. Ventilated disc brakes in the rear as well. Really nice thick piece of the satin chrome that Cadillac seems to use in the rear quarter window there. Take a look at how sloped the rear window and trunk lid is. It makes for a really cool appearance out back. Now, one thing that they did about this car I really like is the rear tail lamps. They kind of just swoop down into an L shape. Really good looking rear tail lamps redesigned for this year. We get an integrated spoiler there with a third brake light that goes all the way across, and our rear view camera is integrated right there. We have our Cadillac Shield emblem, the XTS emblem, all-wheel drive emblem. Take a look at those lights there. Really nice with a little bit of chrome accenting. We also have parking sensors go all the way across the rear bumper as well. Chrome exhaust outlets on either side, and our reverse light is located right underneath the license plate frame. We also have our V badge indicating that this is the sportiest model with the big twin turbocharged engine. Alright, so now let's go ahead and check out what powers this V-Sport Platinum XTS. Alright, so only found in the V-Sport Platinum trim level is this very unique engine. And I believe GM only puts this engine in this car. But nonetheless, it is a 3.6 liter twin turbocharged V6. Produces 410 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 369 pound-feet of torque at only 1,900 RPM. So that's a lot of horsepower for a V6. That's like what some V8s make. So that's pretty impressive. Lots of insulation, it looks like, going on underneath here. Not a whole lot of room to work, it doesn't look like, because there's so much stuff going on for the added stuff that you need to beef up the engine with the turbos. But we have the air filter over here, batteries over there underneath the cover. And then we also have some fluids that we could check. Takes 530 oil. What a really cool power plant nonetheless. So before we take a look at the interior, let's go ahead and check out the smart key entry that I promised you earlier. So before you start locking and unlocking the vehicle, just make sure the key fob is within a close proximity of the car. So the way the systems work is the car is unlocked at the moment, and just take a listen to how nice the doors slam shut. It's a very nice solid sound. So as you can see, the car is unlocked at the moment, but if you want to lock it, just press this button right there. All four doors will lock. And then if you want to get back in the car, just press the button again. It'll unlock the driver's door only, and if you want to unlock the rest of the doors, just tap it one more time. So we do have one of two interior color choices. This would definitely be my choice. And it is called Maple Sugar and Jet Black. The other one just being jet black. But it's a really nice combination of a sort of light tan and a saddle color, I guess you could say. But it looks really good on this car nonetheless. And it is semi-aniline leather, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and start off here on the door panels and take a look at our materials. So we have nice soft leather even up here with some stitching. Even softer leather is found down here where your arm is going to rest. We also have some nice metal work and some really cool wood print, and it is a gloss wood. We have our door handle right here, and then our lock unlock buttons. Even all this stuff over here, which you don't expect to be soft, is soft. Even down here it's nice and soft. It's not leather, it's just a nice soft plastic material. So as far as buttons go on our door, we have an easy exit mode, which will put the seat back and the steering wheel up to give you an easy exit out of the car. And you also have the 2 memory settings. Power folding mirrors too. Just press this button right over here and they'll fold right in for you. We also have our front and rear windows all fully automatic, and we have our child window lock as well. So a little small storage cubby down here, not much you could put there, but you do have a trunk release right there. So now get this. This car does have 16 Bose speakers. It makes for an amazing sound experience. Now taking a look at the left of the dash, we have some really nice materials on the over the instrument cluster. Also have some of that nice wood accents and air vent. A little bit of leather and some metal accenting. Our electronic parking brake is routed right through here, and so is our heads-up display controls and a gauge dimmer. Right over here we have a little pouch to store whatever you need, and it's felt lined, which is really nice. And down here we have our pedals that are covered in rubber so you don't lose your grip. Nice dead pedal, and our hood releases over there as well. Nice carpeting, but you also do get other even softer carpets that go over this standard carpeting. So before we head on to the seats, take a look at this. If you order the platinum version, you can let everybody know that by having this little special sill, and then you also get a side sill that says Cadillac. Really nice, and looks like it's stainless steel there. Now before we hop inside, we can get a better view of this switch right here, and this is our power tilt and telescoping steering wheel switch. Really pretty neat. And now take a look at these seats. Really nice attention to detail on these seats. Take a look at this. There's even speakers right next to where your head's going to rest on either seat. That's pretty neat. So we have a bunch of stitching on the seat. That little metal accent there that Cadillacs usually have in the seats. Nice perforation and stitching design for the middle of the seat as well. Nice thigh extensions, and you can even adjust it with a little lever down below there, so you can give yourself as much thigh support as you want. And 22-way power adjustable seats, so you can adjust your 4-way lumbar. You can also adjust your bolstering on your seats as well. We have a massage function, so these seats are massaged. We also have our regular back and forth, up and down, and then our backrest is over there as well. But now let's go ahead and hop in and check out the rest of the interior. So here's the key fob you get with the XTS. It's a really nice key fob. Pretty much every Cadillac now I think comes with this key fob, but it's really nice. You have some leather sort of accents in the back and a nice Cadillac emblem. You have some metal accents going on pretty much all the way around the key, and then you have our functions over here. So we have lock, unlock, remote start, trunk release, and a panic alarm. So all we need to do to start the car is just make sure the key is on the inside of the vehicle. It's got push button ignition. Alrighty, so we can start off the interior of this car with this really nice leather wrapped steering wheel. So it's this nice soft leather, not really a whole lot of texture to it. We have a bunch of stitching on the inside, and you can't really see it from over here, but we do have shift pedals for the manual mode, which is really cool, because since you have 410 horsepower, why not? So as far as functionalities on the steering wheel, there's a whole bunch. Over here we have some Bluetooth settings as well as our voice commands. We also have settings for our adaptive cruise control. So we have reset right here, set, and then we have our cancel. We also have a control to turn on and off our frontal collision warning. We also have a control there for our heated steering wheel, which I have had on, and it gets really, really warm, which is nice, very nice. So coming across the airbag cover, we have a nice Cadillac badge right there. We also have some radio volume right here, switching between our radio stations and a skip as well. So some nice, almost looks like stainless steel, but a satin chrome look on our steering wheel with some wood too, which is really cool. If we turn the steering wheel just a little bit, we have our lighting controls are all routed over here. Our high beams as well as our turn signals over here. And right on over here we have our wiper controls like we'd expect. Now, taking a look up here, we have a really nice digital speedometer. Everything's all digital over here, so everything from our rev counter over here to our speedometer, our temperature gauge and our fuel gauge, that's all digital. So, and we can display different menus within the speedometer area there, and that's all routed throughout this bar right here. Just to give you guys just a basic outline of what you can put there. Now that you can put a digital speedometer, as well as the speed limit on the road that you're on. I have a boost pressure, which is awesome. And this screen is very similar to the Cadillac XTS V that we took a look at a little bit earlier this year over the summer. So definitely take a look at that. It was a really, really neat car. That's sort of more of the sportier side to Cadillac. This is more of the luxury. But you also do have a twin turbocharged engine, so it's arguably a sports sedan as well. So nice upper dash with some stitching right there, and it's very soft. It's not leather, but it's got the same sort of feel as the steering wheel. It could be leather. Now over here we do have a couple of air vents and a little bit of accenting. Our engine start stop buttons right over there. Nice soft material over here. And our Cadillac Q system. Now this is, a lot of people argue over whether they like it or not. I think it's pretty easy to get used to. This is our home screen right here, and it's very close to the Chevy MyLink or the Buick GMC IntelliLink. So if you own either a GMC, a Buick, or a Chevy, you'll be right at home with this system. Now when you do press the button, you get this sort of, I'm not quite sure how to explain it. It's a sort of vibration in the screen, so you can feel it with your finger when you tap the button. So that's pretty neat. But this is our main screen for our audio. We can skip between different songs that you're listening to on the regular FM radio, which is cool. Presets are up top as well, and you even have another page. Some shortcuts down below. We also have our exterior temperature and times down there. Our home. We have our phone screen over here. Of course, once we have a phone connected, all of our contacts and everything will sync over. We have our navigation screen. You can see our map right here. Pretty clear map, nice graphics to it. You could also input all of our information and stuff, our destination, where to go. We have our tri-zone climate control on this car, which is really cool. Our individual temperatures, our fan speed, and then this is our rear climate control. You can also lock it out, so if we have kids back there that we don't want them to be messing around with the controls, just lock it out and they won't be able to mess with the controls back there. Our settings are over here as well. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is present as well. I have a collection which is just sort of our apps and whatnot. Our rear climate we can also get, and then we can also look at our cameras. Now even while we're in drive, let's have that switch over. We can take a look at our cameras even while we're in drive here. And we do have some different views. So that's our rear view camera. This is our front view camera. Then we can either turn our lines on and off, which is pretty neat. And then we also have the top-down view, which is awesome. Sort of bird's eye view, which uses 4 cameras all the way around the vehicle to get a better look at your surroundings. And this is sort of a different setup to your home screen. If you like this better, kind of gives you an overview of what's going on with your climate control, what's going on with the radio, your phone, and then a little navigation map over there too. So either side of the screen we have some sort of, not really buttons, but they're sort of touch capacitive buttons, I guess you could say. Traction control off, our hazards are up top, and then our lane departure warning can be turned on and off. We have our glove box release up there, so it's electronic release. And our parking sensors, we can turn those on and off over there as well. And on the bottom side, we have a bunch of climate control settings and then some settings for our screen. So everything above here is for your screen, so the on and off, you turn that on and off. The volume seems to work a little better than in previous Cadillacs. So that's definitely nice to see, but I do prefer a volume knob. We have a shortcut home screen too. So we have temperatures for both zones up here, and those temperatures can be adjusted by either of these 2 buttons here. Fan speed over here, and then just a simple off button. Heated and cooled seats up front. Those are heated seats, our 3-way heated seats. And then our cooled seats are also 3 ways. Those definitely work quick. You can immediately hear the fans when you turn them on. Automatic climate control, you have a front and rear defrost, and then recycling. And same on the other sides for our heating and ventilating controls. We also do have a secret compartment back here which houses our wireless charging if you have a phone that's capable to do that. And we also have an LED light in there. And it kind of doubles as a storage tray, so if you want to close it, just press the metallic accent there, which is pretty neat. We have a little storage tray back here, which reveals just a little bit of storage and a 12-volt power outlet. And then over here, if we move our key, we have a couple of cup holders hidden underneath here. And right down here, we have our gear selector for our 6-speed automatic transmission. Now we're in park at the moment, but if we go on in reverse, we see our cameras like that we showed earlier. We have a neutral drive in the manual mode that we can start using the paddle shifters with on the back of the steering wheel. And it kind of gives you like a sport mode display, which is pretty neat. And it shows up what gear we're in right at the bottom there. Now, taking a look over here is our center armrest. Pretty soft with some stitching. You can lift that right on up and it reveals a little bit of storage. Looks like we have a bunch of inlets there. Like a USB inlet and a SD card inlet. Also also a 12-volt power outlet and another connection right there. So felt lined on the sides and rubber at the bottom so nothing moves around, and it's also illuminated. It's a nice frameless mirror up here, and it looks like it is auto dimming. So taking a look up here, we have a couple of emergency controls, so our SOS and OnStar, passenger airbag on and off. We also do have some illumination up there, which is LED, and some more lighting controls up here. Our 1, 2, 3 is for our garage door home links, and then this button over here is for our rear sunshade. We also do have some more buttons over here for a sunroof. So we have the cover on at the moment so that all the light doesn't come in on us, and it does block 100% of light. We can go ahead and move that back and let some of the light in. Nice dual pane sunroof. We can either slide the sunroof all the way back, let some air in with this wind deflector. It's very quiet. So let's go ahead and leave that open and let some light come in. But pretty cool interior for this car. We even have some sun visors and illumination. Take a look at the material for the headliner. It's like this really nice soft suede. Some grab handles up here as well. A really nice interior for this car. Definitely the update gives some nice updates as well. So I'm going to go ahead and move my seat to a normal driving position for my 5'10" self. Then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the rear of the vehicle and see how much space I have sitting behind myself, just to give you guys a good point of view. And that beeping we hear is a rear seat reminder. So whenever you open the rear door, it has a sensor in there. And when you shut the engine off, it'll remind you just to check your seats in the back. So no lacking of quality back here like you'd expect from a Cadillac. Nice soft touch materials over here and even all the way down here. But it's even softer where your arm's going to rest, like up front. We have some stitching over here and down there a little bit more, some wood and some metal. Nice door handle, and we even have sunshades in the back which hook in up top. A little bit of storage and a speaker. And I do have a correction, it is a 14 speaker audio system instead of 16. So let's go ahead and hop in and see how much space I have back here. So yeah, I have a ton of room back here. Maybe 4 or 5 inches of legroom, which is really cool. Back here we have all of our controls for our climate back here. 2 air vents and a little bit of a drivetrain hump. Now we do have some connections under here, and you have 2 USB chargers and a regular household outlet, which is awesome. So you can even plug in your laptops back here and it'll charge up for you. Some LED illumination, a grab handle, and a coat hook. Sunroof continues nicely back here. It's not the biggest panoramic sunroof, but it's also not the smallest. Holding down our armrest gives us a bunch of controls back here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn on the car's power so we can go ahead and see all of this stuff. Alright, so now that everything's illuminated, it looks a lot better back here. So we can see our heated seat controls back here, 3-stage for each one. We also have our climate control lock is on right now. That's that button, or that's what that light means. But we can, if it is on, we can definitely change our temperatures back here and then where we want the air to blow, which is really cool. And then take a look over here. I know the sun's kind of glaring in on it, but we have a power on and off for the radio, a volume back here too, so turn the volume up and down, which is really awesome. We can also control the sunshade from back here as well. with that button right there. We have a source and a seek, and then a favorites for our presets. Really neat to see that. And if we open up this tray, we have a little shallow storage bin under here. You can maybe put a pair of sunglasses or whatever in there. And if you were wondering if they're cup holders, just press this button right over here. And they fold out rather neatly. And if you were wondering what this is, it is a trunk pass-through, so you can put whatever you need back there in the trunk. So really nice place to be back here. I'm very impressed. You even have some wood on the side of this storage console. But next, let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. So very impressive passenger area, and the fact that Cadillac doesn't lack out on anything. So same soft touch materials, wood, all that good stuff. Bose speaker, a little bit of storage, memory seats even over here. And very surprising to me was the fact that you still have the 22-way power adjustable seats even for the passenger side. So it's still massaging, it's still heated and cooled, and it's still got the 22-way power adjustments. Thigh extensions still move back and forth, and you have the Platinum logo, the Cadillac logo, and everything back here, or up front here rather. Let's go ahead and hop in and check out the glove box just by pressing this sort of capacitive touch button. It pops right open. So on the small side for the glove box, definitely, but we do have a shelf system, which is pretty neat. Fits our owner's manuals and whatnot, but I don't think there's much else you're going to fit in there besides maybe some envelopes or paper clips or whatnot. So small glove box, but that's alright. You have plenty of storage either in the doors or in the center console, or even some storage over here. But next, let's go ahead and check out the trunk. So there is no button on the back of the XTS to open the trunk, simply because there's nowhere to put it. But to open the trunk, all you need to do is just tap the button on the key fob twice. But take a look at that, it'll pop right open for you. So you don't have to do anything, you don't even need to touch it to open it. It's not powered, but you can definitely see that there's some springs in there, and that helps get the trunk open. So definitely enough space in there. It goes in nice and deep. We have our all-weather floor mats back here, and our carpeted floor mats too. We also have our front license plate frame, our cargo, our all-weather cargo mat, also a cargo net. And if we open up underneath the storage floor here, we find our spare tire and our locking lug nuts and all that good stuff. And there's just a little bit of storage underneath there too. Right over here is where it looks like our fuse box is. That's pretty much it back here. We have a little bit of illumination too. All you need to do to close the trunk is just grab the handle right here. And it's pretty easy to close. So we do have a 20-gallon fuel tank, and our fuel economy comes in at 16 in the city and 23 on the highway, which isn't bad for having a twin turbocharged all-wheel drive V6 car. And it is a capless fuel filler, which aids in your convenience too. So to end this video, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you stay with us for future in-depth reviews.